my heart was racing that I barely know these guys. I take a bait to come all the way to Guangzhou. And the moment I arrive here, help. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rhoda, the Neo Girl, and this is my channel. But today we have a lot to do. Today it's not going to be about Neo cars and stuff. Hence, there's something really important I want to talk to you guys about this name, the Neo Girl. I feel like the Neo Girl name is really amazing. It's a good name, but I feel it is kind of giving us a limit on the content that we are gonna do, because when it's a Neo Girl, what you expect to see on this channel is cars. But this year, guys, it's a year full of opportunities. It's a year full of everything. You know, we have been stuck in China for over 4 years now. We're not able to travel and stuff, but finally things are opening up and we will be traveling. So I don't want to, you know, to only be limited to Neo cars. Hence, I have a feel that this name, the Neo Girl, is limiting us. So guys, I know I was super excited when you suggested that this is a cool name, the coolest name, based on the content I was doing, right? But I think you can also agree with me that it's always limit us. We are just limited to Neo cars. We can't do any other videos, you know, because it won't be like, it won't go in line with the name of the channel. So I want to change this name, guys. What do you think? I want to change the name of our channel again. I know, yeah, it sounds like I'm confused, but I think it's the right thing since things are opening up and I'll be traveling. I will be, you know, like I used to do before the COVID hit. And you don't know me before the COVID, guys. My channel started during the peak of the COVID. So yeah, I'm somebody who loves to travel, fashion, and I can be everywhere. So I'm gonna be changing our name again, and I'm really sorry, and I hope you understand. But yes, I'm not saying I won't be doing Neo car videos. I will be doing that, but I want a name that is kind of central, a name that is not just going to tie us to a certain kind of content, because I want to cover all, guys. I want to show you all. I want to give you all. This video today, it's a story time. It is a story time. I decided to start the new year video, the first video this new year in my channel with a story time. There is something that happened some like 10 years ago, and I still relieve that a lot, because this happened during the festive season, like January, December, January, thereabouts. So I feel like it's the right time to say it. I've never shared this story with anyone. So guys, you are in luck today, because you are going to be the first to know about this. And I think it's better told by me than you hearing it elsewhere. So yeah, let's start, guys. So yeah, based on the title, you see that I almost dated a drug lord. Yeah, as scary as it is in China, because you know, drugs in China, it means die. Yes, if you are caught, you will. They have no excuse on drugs. And if somebody's caught in possession of drugs, I don't know what kind of drugs, because I've never seen any. But if somebody's caught with drugs, the punishment is just, you know, they just kill the person, you know, they just kill. I'm sorry. So yeah, I almost fall for that guy, guys. So there's some girls like this, you know. I was just new in China. I think that was during my first year, and I was traveling in Beijing, and I met this cute guy, and yeah, you know, when you see somebody of your color in a place where there are not so many of you, you know, you kind of like click the very moment you meet. That's what happened with me and this guy. But this guy was a bit shorter than me. So yeah, he was kind of like asking me out, and I remember, because of his height, is something that just puts me off, and I say, you know what, I am good to be friends. I'm okay if we just become friends. I'm open to that. So yeah, we became friends. And this guy, he later told me that he's doing business and he lives in Guangzhou. And I was like, oh, great, that's amazing. Someday maybe I may visit Guangzhou, and if I happen to be in Guangzhou, I'll definitely find you. So yes, we had a good time. We were the Great Wall together, and you know, it's fun when you have somebody you can relate to, somebody who is of the same color with you. So my day went perfectly well on that particular day. Then to cut the story short, my trip to Beijing ended and I had to return back to Weihai because I was in Weihai already. So I had to come back to Weihai, and this guy went back to Guangzhou, and we exchanged numbers, of course. We were friends. So when he went back to Guangzhou, and for me, I didn't actually ask like the kind of business he was into. I was just like, oh, I don't care. He's doing business, doing business. And as you know, Guangzhou is known as a business city, but not all people in Guangzhou are doing business. Some businesses are, you know, drugs. We kept in touch. So when I came back to my city, this guy, then we were just chatting, and he told me, oh, you know what? My brother is here as well. So, you know what? I was talking about you to my brother, and my brother is really interested in you. Can I give him your number? You know, blah, blah, blah. Because we were taking some photos together, and oh, my brother thinks you're cute. Not really like that. I think, you know, in a way that like my brother is curious. He wants to meet you and stuff. And I was like, oh, what the hell? It's okay. We can chat. So we've been chatting. I think when we met, the time we met in Beijing with this guy, that was around October. That was during the October holiday. So I went to Beijing and I met this guy. So yeah, I kept in touch with this guy. And then that was towards December. And now I was talking to the brother. He kind of sort of asked me out, and I said, you know what? We've never met. Maybe when we meet, but we can be good friends. And then this guy kept on pushing me on going to Guangzhou. For me, I've never been to Guangzhou, for example. Like, it was my first year in China, remember? So I was also kind of skeptical about it, but I was also curious. I wanted to go because I had a lot of things about Guangzhou, business city, and blah. Many Zimbabweans were traveling all the way from Zimbabwe to come and buy stuff in Guangzhou. So I was quite curious about the city anyway. So this guy pushed on me going to Guangzhou. So I was like, I'm still in school, but I would try to come during the Christmas and the New Year, because in school we have holidays that time. So yeah, so the plan went by. We planned. This guy bought my plane ticket, you know, and it was like really pushy. So yeah, I went to Guangzhou. I landed in Guangzhou. I think the first day I landed in Guangzhou, and I asked this guy, where am I gonna stay and blah. I prefer to stay in a hotel. And this guy said, no problem. We have a really big house. They were living in a massive house. It was a big house. But to my surprise, when I get to the apartment, he said they've got spare rooms, you know, so I shouldn't worry. We have my own place to sleep and stay. I'm safe. So I don't know. I just take a bait and I went. Then I was staying, yeah, when I got there, you know, I was treated very well the day I arrived. My flight arrived in Guangzhou in the morning. So I was being treated very well. I was given, like, you know, the queen, I was treated like a queen when I arrived there, because I was picked from the airport in this super nice car, and they whisked me to their home. You know, food was brought and I ate and I was okay. So that was like the whole day, and I was just relaxed. And then just relaxed. The room they had allocated to me in this house of theirs had everything in it. It was like a self-contained bed, bathroom, toilet. It has everything that I needed in that room, you know, which is amazing. So I felt like, wow, I'm so comfortable here. And then I think that was when the hell broke loose. That was around 6 p.m. There was a knock on my door, and I was like, yeah, come in, because I was watching a movie on TV, you know, by myself. The brother was not around. So yeah, I was watching TV, and there was a knock, and that was the friend. Now, the guy I first met who introduced me to the brother, right? I was like, oh, quickly, Rhoda, you need to pick up and stuff, and what, you know, there's something, I will explain to you later, something terrible happened, so we have to leave immediately. So my heart started beating very fast. I was like, I just arrived here. What really went wrong? So I took my bag, and fortunately, I haven't unpacked anything. everything was in my bag. I was just sitting there and watching TV, and just relaxing. But everything was in the bag. So I just picked my bag, ready to leave. When we get to the door and the elevator, somebody came from the elevator and came to the house and said, no, you guys, you cannot leave right now because the police are all over. They are surrounding the house, the apartment. I'm like, the police? Why? I just arrived. So I kept on asking this guy. They said, no, I'll explain to you later. For now, we just need to go for safety. And I'm like, what's going on? Just tell me. I can just take my bag and leave. Say, no, you can't leave. If you leave, you're in danger. That's in danger. Then we went back in the apartment. I saw some guys putting some stuff in the toilet and flushing them, And I was like, what is going on? And then another guy said, you know what? They're drugs. We're in the drug business. I'm not going to explain a lot to you, but we're in the drug business and we have been sold out. Somebody told the police about us. So now we need to get rid of everything. Every trace of drug in the house must go in the toilet so we are safe, So, yeah, it was like, it went on like 10 minutes. They were looking under the sofa, everywhere. They flushed everything, cleaned the toilet, cleaned the house, even the plastic, they washed the plastics and put in the trash can. They cleaned the house, I think they have lots of things, that those powdery things. There were so many. They flushed them down the drain, down the toilets, And my heart was beating really fast because I've heard stories about drugs in China and how the police will not spare you. Once they catch, they kill, So my heart was racing that I barely know these guys. I take a bait to come all the way to Guangzhou. And the moment I arrived here, hell broke loose, I was now crying. And I was so crying. And then later the police just came in and say everyone arrested all the guys that were, I think there were like 5 of them, and they arrested them, they chained them, and for me, I just pulled my bag and they say, you two, you're not going together. So we were put in the police car, those for criminals. Now we're criminals. And I just arrived here and I'm now being treated like a criminal. Yo, guys. We were taken to the police station for questioning and I was kept it there. I was the only woman. Now my heart was racing. My mind was racing. What's going to happen? If the police find anything in that house, I'm going to be implicated. And there was nothing. I was not going to come out of that, So I was just praying and praying and praying and praying. And they were in the other cell and I was put in the police office or something. I was just sitting there and the police was like, tell us what you know. I said, you know what? I just arrived. I've never been to Guangzhou. I just met these guys. I just arrived. I'm just a visitor. I don't know anything. I know nothing about them. I just arrived. I don't know. And luckily I had my flight ticket and stuff like that. So they saw it. They said, oh yeah, she just arrived. And they ran my passport and I've never been in Guangzhou, So they just say, sit there. And then it was around 10. They told me you can go. Then there was a girl that came. I think these guys, I don't know, who came and she picked me up and took me to her house and I stayed in her house. The next day in the morning, I was on the flight back to Weihai. That was the last I heard about that guy, y'all. And then some years later, I think 2 years later, that friend, the smaller guy, called me and said, hey, Rhoda, I'm really sorry about what transpired that day. And that guy was in prison. I think he was given like 12 years in prison because he was already on the run. Guys, life. So the lesson I learned here is when people tell you that they are doing business, especially in Guangzhou, before you fall for anything, don't just hope to go anywhere and trust the people. Be careful about who you share, who you talk to, who you date. This is another episode I'll be bringing here, dating in China, So yeah, when it's around this time of the year, I'm always thinking about that incident and how thankful I am because in China, if they were caught with drugs for real, there was no way I was gonna be spared, They were lucky that the drugs were not found in the house, no trace of them, but the police knew they were in that business, only that they couldn't find the evidence. But hey, if the drugs, suppose they were ambushed unknowingly, no one had tipped them that the police were outside surrounding the house, no time to dispose the drugs, definitely I might have been executed, because that's what happened in China. You will be executed. I think almost around the world, most countries, especially Asian countries, they don't spare anyone. For being caught with drugs, you will be executed. So that's my story, y'all. I almost fell for a drug load and I almost got executed. My heart still beats when I think of that. That was my first encounter. And by the way, the guy was Nigerian. So I have my reservations. But anyway, I have a story for another day. So hey guys, I hope you enjoyed my storytelling. Tell me, this is a true story about me and my lessons I learned out of that. And I have a series of them. And I decided that on this channel, I'm going to be sharing everything. I'm going to be sharing, telling you stories. I'm going to be, giving you updates and traveling and stuff and be sharing with you. So yeah, have a great day. See you in the many, many videos to come. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you still waiting for? Click that link, click it and subscribe and ring that bell so that next time I post a video, you'll be the first one to know. Tell me what you think, guys, about the storytelling. Do you want more? Because I do have a lot. So I'll see you in the next video. It's goodbye for now.